But it's always a surprise when, oh, it's always a surprise when the tide comes in, when the tide comes in. But it's always a surprise when, oh, it's always a surprise when you call again, when you call again. But it's always a surprise when, oh, it's always a surprise when the tide comes in, when the tide comes in. But it's always a surprise when, oh, it's always a surprise when you call again, when you call again. But it's always a surprise when, oh, it's always a surprise when the tide comes in, when the tide comes in. But it's always a surprise when, oh, it's always a surprise when you call again, when you call again. Oh, I'm not supposed to answer, I'm not supposed to know. Oh, that silence answer, I've got to let it go.
morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is another episode of Nerdy Live in the morning. How are you guys doing today? It is your host, the morning mixmaster, as Lady Nerdiest likes to put it, Nerdy John. And joining me as always, it is the Senator of Sass herself, Squatchin. How you doing this morning?
Good. I'm doing all right, John. How are you? How is chat?
Doing good. I'm glad to see that we have 12 of our closest friends and family watching us today. Hashtag one of the
Hashtag
12.
one of the 12.
Like one of the 12. Guys, I've been hiding the real name of this podcast from you this entire time. You see, the name of this podcast isn't actually Nerdy Live. It's called the Circle Jerk Podcast. Keep in mind, it's only really the host who can jerk. But this is the Circle Jerk Podcast. Isn't that right, Squatchin?
That is 1000% true, John.
Yeah, 1000%. All right. So, to quote Phil DeFranco, let's just jump into it.
Okay.
So, what was it? The other night, I saw that Jay apparently was going to have DSP on as an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my initial thinking is, okay, good for him, because, well, it's very hard to get an
Yeah.
interview with DSP. Rich put you on blast yesterday, John. I know.
We heard.
Yeah. He can never actually say the name of the podcast, though, and I love that. He never actually says the name of it. Because he's scared.
Like when all those people refrain from saying Nicholas Diorio's name.
Yeah, it's like the name of Voldemort,
Yeah.
So apparently Jay was going to interview DSP, and for some reason, Rich was not happy about that. In fact, there's a whole tweet from Rich where he essentially tries to ruin Jay's chances of getting the interview. Which, keep in mind,
I was about to say why, but it's because Rich is a petty fucking man, baby.
Yeah, well, he has a very interesting relationship with DSP. I think it was, if I'm correct on this, I could be misremembering, but if I'm correct on this, he tried helping DSP back in the day from preventing his lolcow status, and DSP obviously never listened to him.
You can't deny the lolcow gene.
Can't deny.
You can't deny that.
No, nothing you can do, really.
That's a constant of the universe, John.
Yeah. Good morning. For a big confusion last night that I'm seeing out there, I gotta make things clear. There was not leaked DM from a certain person from Canada. Oh yeah. This is just a quote someone
Yeah, Rich
said.
leaked my DM, by the
way. Did he?
Yeah, apparently.
This is
he's not specifying which person from Canada, and there's more than one person in Canada.
Yeah, I think he's referring to Jay because Jay's the one in Canada.
They made up. Remember, they were gonna do a video together and live streams, and everything was good. And
well, Jay made the mistake of trying to interview with DSP. Rich was not for that. So yeah, he tries to ruin his chances of getting the interview done. Which let's not deny the factor of, like, DSP probably wanted to be on so that way he could talk about Rich, because I'm sure DSP has kept up with some degree about the editor drama. Yeah, here's the very original tweet. Hey Jay, I knew you were interviewing Phil to garner viewership, to show that you're about positivity. But how many times did you say on stream with me that you think he's an a-hole? My audience remembers too. Someone just sent this to me. Good luck with that, champ. Thanks for admitting you tried to extort me on the phone, by the way. So yeah, this is, I'm guessing, a quote from Jay. Dude, dead A. He said countless times he can't stand him. and now suddenly wants to be friends and hold hands and watch WWE together. Which,
That's probably from one of the viewers.
yeah, or like a
Yeah.
mutual friend that they both have, probably more recently.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's not pretend that Jay is completely innocent here, right? Like you have me initially when like he's trying to ruin your chances of getting an interview, which is just a dick move. But then we get a tweet like this. At this point, I am 100% seeking legal action. I'm sorry, seeking legal counsel, and I'm going to look at every single possible legal action that I can take. I'm trying to move forward with this. I'm done with this. Congratulations. We can let the courts handle this. Okay, so listen. Okay, I know a lot of the new viewership here is because of Jay's generosity and sharing out the interview that we did and everything. But I have to stay true to this. Jay, what kind of like, what do you think you can win from this lawsuit? Apparently, it's for defamation. One of the hardest things you can do to win.
Yeah, good luck. International defamation lawsuit.
Yeah.
Like, I can see him seeking for, like, maybe a cease and desist letter to be sent out. Because if Rich is blocking interviews and cucking content, that will hurt Jay's bottom line. So you might have grounds for that, but I don't think either of them have the funds for a full-on lawsuit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Rich probably has a little bit saved up. I don't know. Yeah, obviously he has a family to worry about and everything, but still, like, to the amount of money that you would need to even get this, like Keemstar talked about last night, the amount of money that you would need to get this up and running is already probably more than enough that, like, he owes you. So, and that's where Jay's been losing me on this. And he's just, and like he's refusing to come on, talk about. He refused to come on Locale Live, talk about it, even though they gave him a chance.
Well, we were his first choice after all.
Yeah, of course.
I bet if we were live at the time, he would have come on to talk about it with us.
Well, I don't know about that, because if he's claiming that he can't talk because of legal stuff. The lawsuit is a reach. No, yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. It's like Jay, even if he was able to get this through court, like we said, the amount of money to upstart this is just insane.
It's not worth it.
It's not. Like, Jay lost me for that one. I don't think either of them are great. Yeah, because initially, like this, especially with the Facebook posts and everything. Like, Jay, let's be honest here. Like, he had a pretty comfortable position with all this. You know, all he had to do was just talk about how they agreed to be on retainer, and that's all he had to do. And Rich, because when he talks about it, like Tommy even presses him on it. Let's get into that.
Yeah, I missed the whole thing. I was streaming with Gigi last night.
Yeah, trying to get Wolfenstein to work.
Yeah, it worked. It ended up working, and then
That's
it kicked
good.
our ass multiple times. So we'll be back next Tuesday with that.
Yeah, but I just want to say, thank you all of you who are still watching this, even though we're gonna be critical of both parties here. Oh
yeah.
There is something he talks about here I am going to address.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Snort. Tell you.
What's up, Rich? Here's the thing. I'm still on the woke train to some degree, right? Like, one of my closest friends is Emily Saxton. She's trans. I still am a silent partner at a local game store. It's an LGBTQ safe zone. Like, I still give money to the Equal Rights Campaign. Like, fuck it. There's nothing. I don't.
That's not good enough for Tipster, Boogie. That's never good enough for Tipster.
Yeah.
Indeed, the Nazis will not win. Oh my god. This is that's an amazing image of what the Snort Hogan image. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing
Good
image.
morning, Mitch.
I don't have no problem with no fucking trans people. I'm always going to be liberal at the very least. Like, God damn it, it does not take away liking videos.
I felt the him going a little bit in Francis there for a moment. He was getting a bit nasally there. There's nothing wrong with liking video games.
Video games doesn't make me a fucking anti-trans. Fucking mad.
Yeah. Boogie's enemies are not the trans community or the LGBT community. They're the kids starving in third world countries.
Actually, those are my victims. I just eat all the food that they can never.
Sucks dick, Rich.
Because I have to. Your audio sounds like your mic is up your ass and you're clipping like crazy right now.
Do you guys hear his air conditioner? Like, what is this?
Yeah, I do. I'll shut off the air conditioner. That's all it is.
Yeah,
but
just
just
shut
like
off the air conditioner, Rich, you jackass. I do not appreciate the comments towards our podcast, John.
No, I love them. I
do
love
not
them. I
appreciate
love getting the attention, especially because like it's what he did was the equivalent of subtweeting, and like I don't know, when you know someone is subtweeting about you, there's just like an extra layer of satisfaction to it because they're too afraid to directly call your name out, but they'll subtweet about it. And so it does wonders for someone's ego. Just saying, guys. If
Do
you
you
do,
think Tommy?
what was
Do
that?
you think Tommy's gonna talk about the Rich and Jay stuff on stream?
I don't know. I don't think this really interests him that much, if
Well.
I'm being honest. If it's a slow news day, he'll probably talk about it to some degree.
'Cause, I mean, we could call in and
Oh yeah, that can be our
introduce
point.
ourselves as such an as the Circle Jerk podcast.
Circle Jerk podcast, Tommy. That was actually mine.
Hello, Tommy. My name is Squash, and I am a co-host of the Circle Jerk podcast.
I thought you were about to do the Femios thing. I was like, hello, I am Squatchin. I am here to debate you.
No, God.
You can't go into Discord, hit settings, and hit the right
All right,
stuff?
hold on. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, okay. I didn't
Okay,
realize.
Keemstar, you are in no position to judge someone on how they use Discord, buddy. We saw the first couple of lolcow lives, okay?
Yeah, for real.
Well, no, the children starving all my victims. Yeah. Every
I
once in
eat
a while,
all the food.
all the food is bookies.
I'm
Well,
just
it's
picturing
bad.
Boogie
He's-
as Kirby, just
God.
inhaling everything.
Well, do you remember that South Park episode where they have Starvin' Marvin? I forget which celebrity it was, but it was like a fat lady, and like she got bigger
No.
as the episode went on.
No,
No,
I didn't watch.
No,
South
usually
people who have seen South Park know what I'm talking about. They know the Starvin' Marvin episode.
it sets itself up. Calm your fucking beard a second.
Come on, bro. What is this?
All right. What are you hearing that sounds like shit? And I'll fix it.
It sounds pretty good.
Well, it
You,
sounds like
you
his,
as a person.
well, it sounds like we're hearing his chair creak a lot. I don't know the
Yeah.
sensitivity he's got on that, but
I don't know. My chair squeaks too. I need a new one. Do you guys hear when I squeak my chair?
not really. No, I don't hear it at all on my end.
So it's a skill
Yeah.
issue
That's-
on Rich's part.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good now.
Well, probably he has his mic sensitivity up too much, probably.
I didn't touch anything.
But do you
You
hear
think you're
that?
good, you dipshit.
Yeah, but
It was the air conditioner. That's all it was.
do you guys hear the echo? Echo.
Now there's a fucking echo. Really?
Are
For
you
me?
using speakers or using a headset? Oh, yeah.
I'm using a headset.
Okay.
Okay,
Well-
it's good. It's good.
I think he's using the mic on his headset or something.
Yeah, because the way I have this mic set up is weird, and if I'm doing a live stream, like I'm fixed, I have to get a new capture card because my capture card is about to take a shit anyway. So my
Okay, well,
apologies.
lay it on us.
Yeah,
this echo-
let's lay it
Oh
out.
god, the echo is so annoying. Get your setup, guys. Okay, one very important thing of live streaming is when you're live streaming, it is very important that the audience does not hear your echoes.
True.
All people to complain about something else. Tech USA Keemstar. Oh my god.
Tech users.
Kirby mentioned time for Kirby PFP to show up. Exactly, Mysterious K.
Yeah.
How you doing? Also, Gaming Witch, nice that you show up as well as Nixon. Nixon is a commentary channel. Has been covering Rich's actions of the past couple of months. So good to see you here. He's also an Australian, so extra gratitude towards him because it's like 12 a.m. his time.
On you. This is.
Oh my god, I can't do
That
this.
guy had shitty gear.
I thought that was funny too.
Yeah, Tommy's just having a blast with it.
I can't do the echo
Made
because
of
every
it.
time I talk, I hear my voice again.
Oh, I know.
I've never actually seen Rich do any tech reviews.
No, man, never. I never do tech reviews ever. How's this now?
Testing.
Better?
Nope, I can still
Yeah.
hear myself.
Really?
Testing.
Ah, dude.
Wait, everyone be
I
quiet.
hear.
Everyone be quiet. Testing. Perfect. All right, good.
Can you hear me though? Am I getting all choppy?
Nope, you're fine. So, okay, let's bring it back to you fired your editor and we brought you on the show and asked you if there was a problem. You said there was no problem. And then, surprise, there was a big beef between you and your editor. What happened?
Well, here, let's start from the beginning. I'll still make it Cliff Notes. Don't worry. It started with the fact that I did a video where I circumvented him, where I wanted to do change to my channel. I have a video in the pipeline. It's done. Changes are coming. It's done. Anyway, so I was literally on the toilet one day taking a shit, and it's been something I've been mulling.
Isn't that funny? Ha 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 ha! Guys, I was taking a shit.
I was using the toilet as intended. Lol.
yeah.
Like,
Guys, I took a poo. I took a poo. Ha ha ha.
like there's a way to play off potty humor. This is not it.
Nah.
mulling over for a while because we're not doing the same shit on my channel anymore. And I was just like, Jay, I had to do it like a light switch. I'll explain why in a minute. I'm like, we just got to part ways, dude. This isn't it. Like, I'm not making as many videos as I used to. Like, I don't need you. Like, there's nothing else I could say. It's like when you were talking about the guy who was doing all the clips and stuff like that. It's not that he was screwing up. It's just that times have changed. So he's like, all right, I need my payment. And he said to me the price, and I was like, we've barely done anything this month. No, you'll get this, not that. Now, payment disputes happen all the time. I'm sure you know. But the banger to it, and what I was stupid, I left a Facebook message and shouldn't have done it, was when he said, if you don't
And then complained, but everyone shared it around.
pay me, I'm just going to expose you. I'm like,
Okay, listen. First of all, when I have a payment dispute with my editor, I bring that motherfucker live on the show, and
It makes content.
we talk it out. So it's not just me and Connor having this debate, right? But the audience.
you
voices
make
there-
it public.
I make it
Yeah.
public. So there's.
I was going to keep the shit private.
Yeah,
Mostly.
but that's dumb. You should have invited him on and said, "Hey, let's talk about this publicly." That way
agree with
we can
that.
come. Well, why not? Why not?
Because that's shop talk, dude.
Yeah, have the shop talk with the audience, and then the audience is going to tell you.
Then the audience has no room to speculate.
Yeah. I have a mysterious feeling that if they did do that shop talk on the air, they probably would have agreed with him, with Jay.
Yeah. Being that
Either
the
Rich-
verbal agreement of the
Mhm.
retainer would
Right.
have been brought up and then public.
You're being a scumbag by not paying this dude, or Rich, you're right. The editor really didn't work this month. Why should you pay him the full amount? The audience is going to make the decision for you.
But we employed the people, dude. People are going to relate to the person that got laid off. That doesn't matter.
Then if you
Why don't
lose,
you
you
just pay
lose.
him then?
And Tom was like, oh, okay, well, it's just, Tom was like, well, if it's the lows, pay them. You know all, and all you all know, I speak to Jay on a regular basis. I'm his community manager. Anybody got any questions?
A sexy cocoa.
Yeah, sexy Coco. Listen, Coco. Respect to Jay. I hope he does well. I think it's a stupid decision to threaten legal action against Rich, because now he's lost pretty much all public support unless you're a personal friend of his. If you're supporting him, that's great. Good on you. But I'm just saying, as like an outsider looking in, that was possibly the stupidest decision he could have made.
Yeah, international lawsuits never end up going anywhere.
Yeah, because of
Not for stuff like this, though.
well, let's say hypothetically that like the lawsuit does get off the ground, and they both go to court over this, right?
They're going to spend more in fees than they're going to get from each other.
Yeah, Jay will probably spend more than Rich ever gave him in the 6 years of working with him.
If you lose, you lose.
Oh, I've lost. I've
guy.
lost.
Yeah.
But there's more to get into though. So whatever, the Facebook messages, and then I see fucking videos all over about the Facebook messages. Okay, so needless to say, I turn around later. I talked to Jay while I was driving, and I got like emotional over various other shit, not to do with that. And yeah, thank you. I'm gay. And so we came to an agreement. But then like I started to sit there and things stewed, because I'm like, wait a second, man. I just got played. So I left him DMs. Nothing. Voice messages that I left. Nothing else. It wasn't public. It wasn't anywhere else. It was behind the scenes. He goes like a 16-year-old girl on Twitter. I don't know if it was a pin post, but it was a top post saying, Rich left me these horrendous messages, and I don't know what the hell to do, or something along those lines. I'm like, dude, we were talking. Why would you do that? And now, so I'm fucked if I do, fucked if I don't. Okay, so if I don't release the messages, which
That meltdown he did have over the messages was.
That was fucking
Let's see.
hilarious.
Sexy coconut. All he wants is Rich to stop harassing him. Did you see Rich's thumbnail last night? I did. I don't know. They both liking this drama. Listen, okay. The one person who's liking this drama the most is yours
Me.
truly. Okay.
Yeah, is us. This podcast here, the Circle Jerk podcast.
The Circle Jerk 12-viewer podcast right now. As you can
Exactly.
see, we have 12 of our closest friends and family here watching us today. Listen, like I said, I still like Jay, but I think this is a very stupid decision that Jay has made. If he wants Jay to, like you said, stop harassing him, like unfortunately, like a lawsuit's not really gonna fix that. This is probably just gonna egg Rich on more. In fact, like I will say, the one criticism I did have for Jay throughout this is like, and this goes for Rich too, is like when they made it,
Where is she coming from?
they would also decide we're gonna work on a video. When in
Where
reality,
is she coming
instead of
from?
working on the video, they should just agree to split ways, not talk about each other, even behind the scenes, and then just leave it at that.
Oh my God, Pidgey.
Pidgey with a 20. Who will get their lawsuit off the ground first? The Canadian suing the American, the emo American suing the Canadian over a Discord NDA, or the Canadian living in Ireland suing the Australian over American law? Who knows, Pidgey? We're going to find out in the next episode of Dragon
It's a
Ball Z.
crapshoot.
Jay doesn't
You
know
add
what to
those there.
do. He's in meeting with an American lawyer, not a Canadian one. Okay, well that's first off. I mean, if you're gonna sue an American, I guess that's a good place to start.
Smart. Yeah. I'm thinking that they're going to advise him with a cease and desist,
Mm-hmm.
so that Rich can't talk about Jay anymore and fuel the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the back and forth is them responding to each other.
No, yeah.
Rich makes comments, Jay responds, Rich gets mad.
Everyone clips it.
Mm-hmm. Everyone makes content.
Yeah. Listen, okay, if you really want to hurt my bottom line, Rich and Jay viewers, because again, you have them both stop talking about this.
No DMs from him were released. It was just me giving him a monologue. If I don't release him, people are going to think I took out like a fucking contract hit on him.
Right.
And if I do, they're going to be like, "Why are you leaking DMs, bro?" I'm like, "I didn't."
No, well, guess what? Well, Rich, I think I said this in the initial live stream that we did. Rich should have just leaked all DMs from the get-go.
Yeah, just expose it all publicly so there's no speculation.
Right. Well, Rich, unfortunately, people already view you as a jerk. Okay? It's not exactly going to hurt you. Because the people who already think you're a jerk, their opinion's not going to change if you don't leak the DMs. So if you can leak DMs and you can show that you and Jay did not have any sort of retainer or anything, right? There was no verbal agreement to do X, Y, and Z, then you're in the clear.
Mm-hmm.
Jay is publicly, for the most part, being ignored this publicly, usually saying no comment. No, yeah. Well, but then you go and tweet out stuff like, "Oh, I'm gonna be pursuing legal action." Jay has too much integrity. I'm sorry, not Jay. Rich has too much integrity to leak DMs. They had agreed to make the video and never talk again, but Rich had made the tweet after he found out Jay was talking to DSP. Rich was financially hurt by this, and he thinks LolCow will fix it. Jacob Stanford with a 5. Rich was ducking a lot of questions last night. Got a blown up with his own ego, and Keem hyping him up, not knowing Keem feeds off his LolCowness. Yeah. Let's go, the Circle Jerk podcast. True, Badwick. By the way, guys, we are totally not going to work on merch for the Circle Jerk podcast. No. Never.
Never.
No, we're totally not going to do that. By the way, guys, if you are new to the stream, make sure you're hitting that like button, tweeting out the stream. We want as many people in here as possible for the Circle Jerk podcast.
Talking. It's like,
did you have him on a retainer?
I had him on a verbal retainer.
Tommy's like, you're screwed. Keem.
Okay, before Keem was a YouTuber, he was a paralegal. So this is why Keem is like, okay, hold on, what the fuck?
Well, not to mention that he just got out of his own defamation case with Deaf Noodles not too long ago as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As Rich's former biggest supporter, this whole thing sucks to see. But last night on his own stream, Rich was unhinged, acting insane. Oh, trust me, Snort Hogan has this all clipped out.
So you're just not a man of your word.
Let me ask you a question.
Don't. By the way, this is probably late night for Tommy, because he's like he's in Germany, so he's just having fun with this, man.
No, that's not true.
That's not true. That's not true, Tommy. I'm not a man. I am a man of my word, Tommy C. I am a man of my word. All right. I just agreed not to pay him the initial amount that we agreed upon. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
True.
It's not legal. It's not illegal though.
Can we try to get some context here? How much was the editor making per month?
I'm not going to give that away.
Why?
Because it's not to talk about. Like, there's like,
how much were you paying him?
Rich, you're on this podcast to talk about this. It's either all or nothing, man. You can't be wishy-washy.
At this point, he's like baiting them with drama, and then just sitting and hanging out with them since he doesn't want to. He wants to feel like he has friends or something.
It's like he's dangling the carrot right above Keemstar's nose, and Keemstar's getting frustrated with this. Like, tell me what you have. Tell me what was the money. Hello, what did I miss? What did Rich do this time? Oh, you'll see. And don't worry, you didn't miss much. We're just getting into it.
All right.
Oh my god! Look at Wings right here. Wings is just like
is so engaged in this. This is the best thing to happen to Wings.
yeah. Wings is like
all
kill
decade.
me now.
Where is she coming from?
Boogie's pretending to listen. Boogie's pretending to listen, but he's just like he's not all there. You understand? Sexy Coco with the 2. Have some support. Gotta go shower, but I subbed. Oh, thank you, Sexy Coco.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. W, which to be honest, that's that's funny. Well, no, because Maggot, this is the thing, right? If you're going on a show to be in full depth with your editor drama, you can't just be like, oh well, that's private.
You can't hold
private."
back
Yeah, no.
info
Yeah,
if you're there to expose him.
Was paying him $2,500 a month.
Okay, $2,500 a month. All right. You stop needing him because you're not even using an editor anymore.
Yeah, not really at all.
And so you tell him, hey, look, man, I'm not doing this anymore. We're not using you anymore.
Here's the thing, though. He wanted. He ended up getting more in the end. I think he wanted 32.
I think Rich, this is a payment dispute drama. It is very important to keep track of where the money's been. Bookie's thinking about his next meal, John. Oh, yeah, probably true. He's like, I could go for Chipotle. Nah, that's going to destroy my toilet. Guess I could go McDonald's. Also, thank you for all the new subs. Great to introduce you to the Circle Jerk podcast.
75 because he did some live streams. $3,275.
How much editing was he doing?
Not that much.
Oh. You can tell. You can tell Rich was holding that all in. He wanted to scream that out for a while. It seems. I don't think he's doing that for entertainment value.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. Who even says ooh woo? Oh, Maggie, you tricked me into saying it. Squatching no.
Ooh woo.
Gosh, we're only gonna get ooh woos in the chat.
Ooh woos in chat, everybody. You heard the man.
It's kind of irrelevant though if you had him on a retainer.
But here.
Exactly. The point of a retainer is no matter the work that's done, that's the amount you pay him. That is the fixed amount.
If you want someone to be available to you at any time to do your editing and stuff, you kind of have to have a retainer, or they'll turn around and have to find money elsewhere to sustain themselves, and they might not be available for you when you need them most.
Exactly. That's the whole point of a retainer system. The fact that he's not honoring the retainer is like the whole issue to begin with.
Yeah.
It's Rich. Granted, if Jay had tried to extort you further, then you were well within your right to deny any future payment. But like, if I have a feeling if he just paid the retainer, none of this would have happened. None of this. By the way, guys, if we reach this goal, the $600 goal, by the end of April, I am going to be doing a one-tip challenge, and you can see me suffer. How much
if you reach the goal?
If we reach the goal, yeah.
Okay.
How much does everyone on Lolcow weigh together? Oh, I don't know. Probably enough to sink a battleship, probably. I would imagine, if we're including Rich on this.
But here is the thing. You could go into the semantics if it's a retainer, if it's not a retainer.
You brought up semantics. You said it was verbal.
But no. Let me finish what I'm saying. When you have problems with someone, you keep it behind the scenes. The only thing I let out, which was stupid.
Fuck. Tommy's like, I will leak everything. I will leak everything. But wait, isn't isn't Keemstar the one who made the golden rule in the first place?
Yeah.
That's a little funny. Maybe his opinions
The
changed.
golden rule is a guideline when it comes to Keem making content and money.
Before Jay's first stream, Jay was extremely concerned that he wasn't going to be able to pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is why you need, the expected monthly payment,
Mm-hmm. Or decent notice that your employment is about to be terminated and you need to look elsewhere.
Yeah, because we're gonna take him at his word. Yeah, I was on the toilet and I just decided, we're not gonna do this anymore. It doesn't seem there's a whole lot of forethought into Rich's actions.
No, his actions are determined by his bowel movements, apparently.
Yeah, and how much weed he's consumed.
Bro, if I'm
Let's
working
not
with one of
blame
my
the weed, okay? Because I do lots of the weed. I do not act like this man.
Okay.
If we can even call him that. Man baby.
employees, and they're sitting there threatening me, and they're going to go public, and they're going to go this.
Why do you think I'm here? That's why I'm here.
Rich, the first thing I'm doing is going live on a live stream saying, hey, I have this editor. I was paying him $2,500 a month. Now, I don't need an editor anymore, so I told him we'd part ways, and I paid him for about half the month, and now he's threatening to expose me, so I figured I would just tell everyone. I'll expose myself.
Sheem, do you see what there's a lot of people who are my fans who look at me.
Rich wants to be the good guy. That seems to be the issue. Rich wants to be the good guy in this. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to be the bad guy, Rich.
Now I have that song stuck in my head.
GG's like stoner defamation.
True.
But no, yeah.
Gigi and I will be consulting with our lawyers and getting back to you on this defamation.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. I have the best lawyers Ohio can get. This is like a guy.
In fact, I'm retaining Ghost Shark. Thank you very much.
Oh shoot, I'm screwed. Too many roosters and cucumbers. True, Nixon. True.
Accurate.
But no, yeah. Like, I think that's, like, Rich's main issue. He wants to come out of this looking like the good guy. When there's no way you can look like the good guy in this. Is he talking about Connor? No. Well, probably talking about Connor to some degree. But Keemstar has had a lot of editors in the past. Obviously, there's Connor, there's the first editor for LolCow, and I think he had an editor for, what was it? For Drama Alert for a little bit. Yes, more international lawsuits. Oh no, I'm so screwed.
Woohoo! It's only partially international because Gigi lives in America.
Oh, true. But it's going to be statewide, so it's going to be a national
I'm a
monster lawsuit.
Because I did that. What would me live streaming do?
I would tell them,
You would get money from it, Rich. That's what would happen. You would get money from it. Because if you got enough viewership, right? Enough concurrent viewership where like the chat's just going wild, right? And all your haters can't. Like, the haters can't have their comments be seen by you. They will super chat you in order to hate on you.
Yeah.
He's like a man possessed by a demon. There's still the human in there, but it's only slightly. The LolCow is the demon. If the glove don't fit, you must quit. Exactly, Twilight Midnight. Exactly.
say, hey, and to all my fans that think I'm a monster for going public about this, well, you're not really my fans, because if you were my real fans, you'd want to know what's going on behind the scenes.
That is true. And that's
He's like, so true, Keemstar, so true. So true, Keemstar.
why I'm here now, and that's why I even took fucking notes so I don't forget anything. Now look,
at the end of the day, Rich, I will say, having trying to be very careful in my past.
Hold on, someone who someone who I know is messaging me right now. He admitted this on, I think that Circle Jerk, he did it.
Oh, first mention. Let's go. First mention. You know, I was halfway tempted to message Tommy and be like, hey, Tommy, that podcast he's talking about, that's me. But
I'm sure Matt has mentioned it.
I don't think Tommy would care. That's the thing. I don't think Tommy cared about this whole thing.
Probably not.
No, yeah. I would be like, hey, Tommy, that was me. After Rich's daughter had the allergic reaction to medication, later became blind, he wouldn't have been the same. Yeah. Unless it's relevant, let's try not to bring the family into this. I don't like talking about a man's family. I have just the FYI, I was a fan for Rich of years. I stopped watching his content not for a little bit, not because of anything he did necessarily, but you know how you do with YouTubers, you watch them a lot, then you fall out for a little bit. But yeah, I still feel horrible about what's happened with his family. Nothing that shouldn't happen to anyone.
Honor the retainer either. He accepted different amounts, and that's true.
I believe this is getting into the whole fluctuating payment thing. But okay, so you lower, he agrees to lower payment, but there is still a realm of retainer within that payment line still.
Mm-hmm.
His name isn't Richard, it's Dick.
So true.
Yeah. By the way, holy crap.
I wonder if Worm has drawn Rich yet.
He has not. That would be a good commission for him. By the way, guys, 120 concurrent viewers. That's the highest this show has ever gotten. Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much for being
this.
here, you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
I forgot about that. Thank you, person who I won't say, who's listening to LolCow Live. He actually, he got varying amounts and was cool with it. So that's the thing. So all of a sudden now, and he's sitting there on the phone with me saying, I don't even know how I'm going to afford things. And then, which it doesn't matter, everyone's money is everyone's money. But when you say something like that, and then I see you buying computer parts and you're making it
Get Jay here. Editor, get here. Because I got advice for you. I got advice for Rich.
I would love him here. I would love him
Get him here.
Yeah,
Get him here.
Messaged him.
Can I go over more? I literally took notes down to make sure I dot my I's and cross my T's.
Let it roll, bro. Let it roll, bro. I love this.
Okay.
Because, I got a lot of things to say on this. Go ahead.
Okay. So essentially, he threatened to blackmail. He's like, look, if I'm going to come out and expose you if we don't settle the payment dispute, which
that happens a lot. That happens a lot. I feel like the whole, you're trying to, how do you feel about that, Squatchin? Do you feel like it's appropriate to call that blackmail?
No, not exactly. I wouldn't say blackmail, because that would mean Rich is admitting that he's done something to be blackmailed for. I think. Shit, I just had it. Now it's gone. God damn it! It's too early.
It's. Would you say it's like Jay is like, hey man, you promised to pay me this amount for the retainer. If you don't pay me this amount, I am going to go public about this.
I'm going to have to expose you. Yeah, I mean that's fair. If someone were to come to me for artwork, I did the artwork and they didn't pay me, I would drag them publicly because I don't want my artist friends to get bamboozled as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the type of person to do shit like that, say you're gonna pay someone something and then turn around and say, no, you know what, never mind, I'm not gonna give you that much.
Yeah. Now I don't know if
Where is she coming from?
Oh, Jacob with another 5. Thank you, good sir. 1 second, let me read that real quick. Rich had to clean the corn off his teeth while inhaling Keemstar's hole like a hover vacuum, and Keem is literally feeding it. Rich thinks it's validation. Now Keem knows what he's doing. Keem is he's manipulating. He's milking the others for Rich's udders for content because he understands that Rich to a degree is a lolcow, but Rich doesn't know he's a lolcow.
Again, Just like it happens, like it happens all the fucking time, not just in here, anywhere. Okay, if he didn't threaten me, it would have just been like we probably would have been back and forth. And you know what? It would have whatever would have happened. And that would have been it. Okay, so then I left him those private messages, like I said, because I kind of thought about it and I was still pissed off. And then he did the whole thing where I had to play the messages because he made it like I left him the worst messages in the world. And so he said that the funniest thing is he went on that little Circle Jerk podcast. Remember, didn't you guys invite him to come on here? He said
the Circle Jerk podcast, aka
That's
Nerdy
us,
Live.
you guys. Chat, that's us.
That's us, chat. Oh, he's coping and seething about it. It's awesome. Oh, love it. I love it so much.
You won't even say our name.
I know. Well, Tommy wouldn't recognize the name. Tommy wouldn't recognize the name. You just, you're like, Nerdy Live, what's that? But, like, he doesn't want to say the name because he worries that, like, saying the name, that's going to give us traction, obviously.
Yeah, God forbid we have 13 concurrent viewers instead of our regular 12.
Exactly.
he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And then he went on a smaller podcast while he sounded like he was dying of COVID. He had COVID.
He didn't sound that bad.
And I mean, not like the worst thing. I mean, I've definitely heard worse from people being sick.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Zaylin with a 10. I feel both didn't handle everything the best, but Rich is not handling this at all. He fell
in the toilet and can't get out.
Bro, no, you gotta change the name now, John.
He is a turd.
The jerky live says Toxic Dome.
Jerky live.
Jerky live. No, that sounds like a podcast where like people talk about like different types of jerky.
Ghost Shark, hit me up.
I'm hungry for jerky now. Gosh darn it.
Me too. Oh, John, what's your favorite flavor of beef jerky?
Oh, I like teriyaki.
Oh yeah, teriyaki is the bomb.
You ever tried venison jerky before? It's pretty good.
No, I haven't. Not that I know of.
And he was
venison is just wild game.
Venison, yeah, venison's like deer meat,
deer?
that type of thing.
Okay, I've had elk jerky, but not
good?
deer. It was really good.
I know, right?
But he was Barry White on the fucking podcast. And I'm like, wait, I thought you wouldn't go on a podcast. Like, what's the deal? Like, why are you going on this small? Is it
also okay? I guess we're farther into it now. I want to address something, and I was very open with Squatchin that like the criticism that we were going to get from that interview was that we didn't push hard enough. Let me address a couple things. First off, it was an impromptu interview. I was not expecting Jay randomly in that chat. If Rich was randomly in the chat, I would have gladly had him on.
Mm-hmm.
The whole like we admittedly, we didn't really push back that hard. I could get the general vibe from him that like if we went like a little too hard on him, he probably would have left. Plus, I was like he was kind of vague for the most part on Twitter prior to that. And admittedly, his streams were kind of long to like get his whole side of the story. The parts where he did mention the Rich stuff, so I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Mm.
And you know what? People can take from the interview how they will. How do you feel about the interview?
Like our interview, I think it went well. I thought it was all right. I mean, I'm not really versed in interviews to begin with, but I thought it was all right.
Yeah, like we asked him questions when we could think of them, and again, it was mostly just to get Jay's side of the story.
Yeah, like if we had known he was going to call in, we would have had better questions lined up for when it happened. But it like we said, we didn't even know it was going to happen. So how could we prepare for something that we didn't think was possible?
Yeah. Why? Well, wait. Let me get back to here. Why is he laser focused on the size of your channel, LMAO? Everyone has to start somewhere. Does he know that? he started from nothing. I'd assume. No, yeah. I think it's just like he's trying to insinuate that because Jay went on our show instead of Locale Live, it makes his story less legitimate.
Because you don't want as many eyes on it? Interesting.
Real quick, I just want to say shout out to all of our members, because over the last like 2 weeks, we've gained like 100 new members.
And speaking of memberships, guys, sorry, I got to advertise real quick because they're talking about memberships. You can become a member for just 99 cents. And you get a shout out at the end of every live stream. In fact, today I did the first pre-show. It's just little 5 to 10 minute audio pieces that you're gonna get a couple, like an hour to 30 minutes before a show starts. You know, get my uncensored thoughts on a current event, or heck, we might even mention something in the pre-show that's not even mentioned in the live show. Why aren't you guys mind readers, fortune tellers, etc.? I know, right? I know. Even if you were hard on him, Jay wouldn't have said anything. I talked to both of these guys. Your interview went fine at the time. Jay just wanted to move on. Yeah.
You guys are fucking legends. And at some point in roughly about 10 minutes, I'm going to put out members only chat just to, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, everyone else who's not a member, but we got to say thanks to them. Give them their time to shine. Continue, Rich. Go ahead.
No, not a problem, man. I think that's great for you. So again, he's like I said, he was beyond the drama. I was like, Jay, we need to talk. I'm going to give you 2 options. Okay. We either make do a video together, or I'm going to come on here, or I'm going to go on a.
Wait. So it was Rich's idea to do the show. Why not just like part ways? What? Rich, how does that make sense? Was the video so that way like was the video like a PR thing that's like, hey guys, look, me and Jay are cool now. You don't need to say I'm a bad guy anymore. Read my palm. I know, right, maggot. Rich glazing Keemstar. I know, yeah. Cause like I'm pretty. Didn't in one of the live streams, like when they fought Wings was gonna quit, didn't like Rich try to become a co-host?
Yeah. When they thought they were going to get rid of Tommy, I think he tried to get on.
Oh my
He tried to be
God.
Yeah, he thinks he's got feet big enough to fill Tommy's shoes. Ain't no way.
Oh my God.
Tommy leaves, I stop watching.
True. Yeah.
A
same
bigger
here for me.
podcast and talk about it.
No offense to Boogie or
And
Wings. I enjoy them too on here, but I'm here for Tommy.
He threatened me again. He said that he was gonna, if you do that, I'm digging up dirt. You go on some kind of podcast, I'm gonna come out with that dirt. And then the funniest thing about that, Jay and I, minus the other phone call I was talking about where Tommy called me a pussy, which that's fine.
That's right,
okay.
Mike. Thank you.
We always talk through voice messages just because it's easier. Like, hey, Jay, I need you to do this, or Rich, I need you to do this. And the voice messages are there. It's quicker to just talk and type and with the typos and shit. This one time, he's like, no, you need to, if you're serious about this, we need to talk on the phone. And in that phone call, which was a phone call, I didn't have a message. He said that, yeah, I essentially admitted to extorting you. And I'm like,
oh, shit.
I started seeing fucking colors. So, but here's the thing. He's a manipulative, pretty smart fuck. So I'm sitting there talking to a friend, the same friend who's watching the show right now, who I won't name, who remembers he said he broke the retainer J2.
Tommy's like, oh.
Tommy.
I was like, I know why he didn't want to leave voice messages. It wasn't that he wanted me to be super serious. He wouldn't have said that in a voice message because he was afraid something like that I would have leaked.
Rich, if you were worried about that, you should have recorded the call. Guys, okay? This is the maybe this is my cynical nature coming out here. But if you're in an online conversation with someone and it's about YouTube drama or your own drama or whatever, right? You need to be under the impression that maybe eventually down the line, some of these are going to get screenshotted, screen recorded, something along those lines, right? So don't say privately what you wouldn't mind saying publicly.
Exactly.
I still can't believe Rich Block Doctor eats sexy coconuts. Oh my god. I don't know, Jay said it, either a friend or a fan of the stream, Jay's words. And so he's essentially admitted to extortion, yet only evidence that you have is your word. Well, apparently, I guess, like, Jay's, like, corroborated this. I thought he was talking more about, like, yeah, I mean, technically, if you look at it, like, what I did technically was blackmail, but, like...
He's a man of his word.
Dude.
So, but no, I didn't leak any voice messages, Tommy. Not one. Not a single message. Not a.
You should have. You should have.
Yeah, I mean.
Not a single.
And Rich, your response is like, well, my audience isn't gonna like that. Listen, okay? Like, look, people already, like we reiterated, people already think you're a jerk anyway. Just go full on. Oh no, Maggie, are you banning people? Don't ban anyone. Not yet.
Misclick. She's okay.
Okay, misclick. All right.
Single fucking DM.
Yeah, but he told you that he was gonna dig dirt and fuck you over, and he did. See?
So how?
Oh no. Okay. Yes. He is a man of his word. He's a great guy.
So you should have fucking paid him.
He followed through.
So he does this, right? Did you end up paying him what you owed him for that month?
Yes, I paid him more than he was owed for that month, and this is before this shit I'm talking about happened.
That should have been the end of it. Then,
so
right?
you pay him. You pay him, right? There's a money dispute. You want to get rid of him. He goes, no, I need to get paid for the full month. You're like, no, dude, you're not even working really, right?
Yeah.
You end up paying him after this controversy gets a little bit bigger, right? And then he still goes out and fucking exposes you and tries to put dirt out there on you?
Because I left him those DMs where I was pissed off, which is still on my stream. They were.
And that's where it's like that's. I feel like that's like. I'm gonna walk you through on this, Squatchin. It seems like Rich thought everything was settled. He didn't think he was going to get any more backlash from this. And so when everything looks like it's settled behind the scenes, he goes in on Jay, thinking that he's gotten his victory lap and he's not going to face any consequences from this.
The optics are good, so he's not going to lose his stuff, and then he can berate people behind the scenes. Does he do this often with other people?
I do not know. But
so I remember seeing a video from a while back about computer reviews, and Rich was ripping people off and saying one thing publicly and saying another thing behind the scenes. I don't remember the creator.
But like, if Rich, for one, he should have just paid him the full amount in the first place. But after it's settled, Rich should have just decided, hey, this is settled. I'm not going to rock the boat. Let's just end it here and part ways. You should have just done that. Also, hang on, making sure the stream is running. Okay. All right.
Where he tried to make them like they were horrendous, and I'm like, dude, I'm sitting here thinking about this.
Can you charge back?
And I what I did was, everyone's like, Rich, what did you leave Jay? Because people were starting to DM me one time and I was live streaming. So I'm like, all right, I'm fucked in the ass if I don't play the messages, because people think now I'm a fucking monster, and I'm fucked in the ass for playing the messages because like, oh, you're airing dirty laundry. But I'm like, it's only my messages. I only left him like this fucking monologue. It's nothing from him I have ever leaked a single fucking message.
Guys,
ever.
now I get that. What I'm saying is, when I hear your point of view, I'm on your side. I would really like Jay to get here to hear Jay's point of view on this. But
I would love him here too.
Everything that I'm hearing, I have to side with Rich. You guys see me with my employees, right? I fucking publicly scream at my fucking employees. You want to know why? You want to know why? This whole like online employee boss fairy tale that you're supposed to treat everyone with respect and you're supposed to be nice to people. No.
Rich is clapping like a black woman in church. Like an old black woman in church.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Keemstar. Sing my praises, Keemstar.
Preach it, Keem. Preach it.
Oh my god. I think you gotta inform the person the conversation being recorded. Nah. Jay didn't want to go on the Lolcow Live podcast because he knows he will get exposed, let's face it.
I think Sweaty is referring to consent law. What is it?
The two-party consent laws in some states.
Yeah, two-party consent. Thank you. But like I said, I'm not sure how that works in Canada. I just assume I'm always being recorded.
Oh, they're your fucking workers. You yell at your
Well,
fucking
no,
employees.
pause a second. Let's go. Let's like meet halfway. You don't treat okay.
I do.
Didn't.
You are in no position. You are in no position to take up
Rich, listen to me.
Tommy's like, listen, buddy. You this is how you treat your employee privately, like dog wire. You can't do that.
Rich, listen to me. Did you work a real job prior to being a YouTuber?
Oh, hell yeah, yes.
And how were did your bosses handle you with kid gloves? Rich, we need you to come over here. Rich, we needed you to do
All right. Good point. I remember my boss calling me a piece of shit because I wouldn't show up when there was 2 feet of snow outside.
I'm from the real world. I'm from the real world where your boss yells at you and says, no, do this, do that, do that.
I am too. I had a, like I said, dude, I worked.
You go to human resources, you pussy. You're probably
what do you
crying
think
about
I'm gonna, you think I'm gonna
Tommy's like, you're a cry boy, and I sense it from day one.
I don't know
the
about
audience.
a failed businessman, maggot. The man is filthy rich. Failed podcast organizer, most definitely.
Yeah. Definitely failed podcast organizer.
I think I'm gonna lie to these people online that I'm fucking over there treating my fucking employees like they just won the lottery. Like, hey,
can I say one thing?
Hey, Jay, would you like to edit today? Oh, you don't feel like it? Okay, buddy, have a good one. Like, no.
You want to know you just reminded me of something. All right. And I listened to some of that fucking Circle Jerk podcast. He should name it that. And Jay said, I was on call for him 24/7. I'm like, dude, was I fucking Foxconn? Did I have like a suicide net out of your house where I would demand you, Jay, you're editing at 3 a.m. I'm waking you up. Oh, you're having sex? Pull your penis out and start editing for me.
Well, Keem's done that to me.
Mid-sex, he's made you edit? Man, damn. But I'm like, dude, there's maybe been a handful of times I'm like, hey, Jay, a major story came up. Tell me I'm lying, Jay. And I'd be like, dude, if you could do it, great. I understand it's different time of the day. Whatever. If you can't, fine. Another thing he said, he's like, God, I would wait for Rich all day. Motherfucker, I would stream till like 2 a.m. Haven't recently, but I've streamed till like 2 a.m. And the thing is, he made it like he just sat there and twiddled his thumbs and waited for me. I would call and be like, hey, Jay, I'm up. I got up at like noon, 1 o'clock. I'm ready to edit. And he'd be like at the grocery store or doing something else or sticking his Zelda sword up his ass. I don't know. He didn't sit there and just wait for me with bated breath. Get real, Jay.
Dude, what's he gonna blackmail you about?
I swear to God, these unemployed people in the fucking chat that are bullying you like you're a bad guy, they're fucking unemployed. All right? Roast the ever living fuck out of these unemployed.
There we go again. He's like, preach it, brother. Preach it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Keemstar. Keemstar finally sees the light. Keemstar's on my side. Thank you, Keemstar. How was he a snake? Would you have liked to come over? How many times Rich said, Where's my Circle Jerk podcast beanie element? Oh, well, trust
It's
me.
coming. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Losers that don't have a fucking job that are acting like you need to treat this guy like
They want me to. They wanted me to pay keep a fucking friend fund. I'm like, you know what? Give me your routing number, give me your banking account, and I'll keep Jay around as long as you want to.
I would say to these fucking people in the chat, listen, do you know what a boss is? A boss is the fucking boss, all right? You're fired. You're fucking fired. That's what a boss does when you're not doing your shit.
That's what happened. And here is the last thing, too. When I said to him, like, Jay, you literally said you essentially extorted me. He's like, dude, you're out of your mind. You're nuts. I never said that. I said, Jay, you've worked with me for almost 6 years or about 6 years. Even if I fucking hate someone, and you know some of the people that I hate, I won't make up shit about them. I can.
Wait, but no, that's essentially like, come on, bro, it's me. Would I lie? That's essentially your defense, though. This is why, in this drama, DMs should have been leaked. And I understand that's a controversial take for a lot of you guys, but DMs should have been leaked. So that way there is no, well, he said this, so well, technically you said this. No, just get everything. Jay, Rich, if you haven't leaked them to people already, leak them now. That way we just air it all out there.
Could think you're I hate Pat the NES punk. I hate him. I hate his fucking hair. I hate everything about him. But I won't make up shit about him. You're saying to me right now, when I saw Red outside of the mall, that's where I had to talk to him because I was going in to get something, that I was making that up in my mind. I'm going to put out to...
Just imagine, like, people at the mall, right? They just see, like, this old dude just, like, start getting angry on the phone, like, you try to extort me. Keem for VP to Trump. You know, I'd be for that. Keem 2024.
Keem 2024.
Exactly. By the way, if Rich didn't have the money, why did he have Nicolas Cage merchandise right after Another Lie? I mean, I don't care about that.
Well, chances are he got it from like Wish, so it probably took 3 months to get to him.
Probably. How is it controversial? LOL. None of these people are above leaking DMs. Let's not pretend they are. No, exactly. Yeah. Like, Rich is only worried about it from like a PR perspective, but like your PR is already dog water, so it's like you might as well just leak everything.
You said something that you didn't say. Yeah, man, you're doing it right now.
You know what I love about this chat right now? It's on members only, so everyone agrees with me because they're employed.
Shout out to all the employed people who don't get emotional attachments to people who don't care about them. Jay doesn't care about you. I'd
like to speak to all the unemployed losers out there. Thank you for your membership, and I hope you continue to subscribe.
So imagine saying, so he's like gaslighting me.
Tommy's like, come on. Tommy's like, oh, I should have advertised Shop to the Point for a second there.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? And now, here is the banger, and I kept quiet about it. Everyone starts to me. Look what Jay wrote. He wants to sue me!
Yeah.
Okay.
You know...
And that's where Jay loses me. It's because the law. Well, I'm sorry, Jay, but the law.
Like, has it been said properly that he wants to sue, or is he just seeking legal counsel?
Just suing, pursuing legal action. But still, that's where it's insinuates that you want to sue.
That could also be the cease and desist, because doesn't that have to be sent out by a lawyer?
Yes.
Just that's what I'm thinking is the best course of action for this, that isn't going to bankrupt them both. The official letter that says "fuck off, stop talking about me."
Yeah, but still, I mean, if Rich doesn't honor that cease and desist, then Jay can pursue legal action.
Yeah, and he'll have the grounds to do so. He'll have more of a case, a better chance.
He would still need a lot of money from that, though.
Chat does agree with us. Well, one person's saying Keem is wrong, but it just is what it is. A job is a fucking job. Your boss is not your fucking friend. Your boss is there to boss you around.
The problem with this is Rich and Jay didn't really treat this like a employee-employer relationship. They treated it like a friendship. Legal consultant and cease and desist, yes, that is correct. Master Ram might say Rich is disturbing the peace of Pete. Oh my god. Yeah, he doesn't make things up, but he'll assume he's being sued. He wouldn't win the lawsuit. A cease and desist is meaningless. He could pursue legal action, but will lose. What grounds would he have? Can you elaborate? I don't know. That's for Jay to elaborate on what legal action apparently it's for defamation.
Tell you what to do. And if it gets to a point where you're not doing your job, regardless of the boss isn't giving you work to do or you're being lazy, then you're going to get fired. You're going to get let go. That's just how the world works. All right.
Yep. Now, look, can I admit my faults too, that I'm sure was frustrating to Jay. So I want to my communication with him on days would suck where I would get to him later in the day because other shit would come up. And yeah, I would be like, hey, Jay, there's no work. And I would get to him late. That was something too. But here is the thing. I'm not saying I was a perfect person. I'm far from it. But guys, would he have stayed with me for almost 6 years if I was a horrible person? In a sea of content creators who would fucking suck a fart out of someone's ass to have an editor, why would he stay with me? Now, he did good work for me for a while. Like, you could be Rich, touche. Why would you keep him for a while? I did. But you can even look, there's a short he put up that he just made it was 16 by 9. He made it 9 by 16. I told him I wanted clips for my streams. I asked him multiple times. He goes, I would rather quit than clip your streams.
He elaborated that part anyway. He elaborated that on our show. And he was saying how much of a nightmare it was to clip Rich's show because Rich would be high, be pretty incoherent throughout the stream. Why did I think Jay was in BC? What's BC?
British Columbia.
Oh,
John.
British Columbia. Okay.
Yeah. Do we know where Jay lives? Like
No.
what side of the country?
Do
Okay.
not. I do know he lives in a church though. Pretty sick setup.
Yeah.
He said that!
I got motherfuckers to do that shit for free.
Bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, how much? And he's like, you're asking me to sit there and dig through. I'm like, motherfucker, there are detractor channels that sit there and do it in minutes for free.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why can't you do it? You take the file, you put it in whatever software you're using, you see what people are talking about, or you see where it gets louder, and you know something's going on, you chop it.
Well, first off, supposedly he said you agreed to it, that the streams needed to be more formatted, not just like random stuff. I think Jay should shoot. I think he should start a GoFundMe. We should all get. Oh my god. Okay, Maggot. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Maggot.
Rich, you want to know why your former editor Jay is not showing up here? He probably heard me. He probably heard me go off on our editors for not doing their shit. You know what I mean?
He doesn't, because he also knows that I'm not saying I didn't make mistakes here, but he's doing this whole manipulative. I'm the victim. Look at me, dude. Just fuck off.
He's just trying to stay in the. He's like, look, the whole thing went through. You were wrong. You fucking paid him. That's the end of it. But here's the thing: if the story's over, Rich, then you can't be your dream of actually being an influencer crushed because your story arc is over. So now he's suing you, which he's never going to sue you.
No, he's not going to sue you.
He's never going to sue you.
Jay, I will. My fat ass will go bankrupt.
We're still talking about him. We're still talking about him.
Listen, I'll end it with this. My fat ass will go fucking bankrupt getting the prettiest suit. I will go there with a smile on because you know what? It'll destroy your reputation and I'll get publicity out of it because a giant pussy from Canada wanted to sue me because his feelings were hurt. And the funniest thing is I have receipts, and then I'll shut up because I know Keemstar wants me to. He would come on and say all the time, oh, these people are so sensitive on YouTube. They're such pussies. We would talk about it in streams all the time. And he wants to sue me now because his feelings are hurt.
Yep.
I'm getting
The only loser in this is the local
Hold on,
KFC.
What about KFC?
I said the only loser in this is the local KFC because when you have to sue them, you can't buy their product no more. They're gonna go out of business.
What? What kind of joke? What kind of joke was Wings trying to make there?
Did Wings just have an aneurysm?
He talked like that for a second too, like KFC.
Okay, rewind it a little bit and then slow it down so we can understand and see what he said.
Analyze.
Yeah, enhance.
Wings, where did KFC? I'm a fat guy. Where did KFC come up for?
You say you're
You
fat
like
ass.
burgers.
Oh, I am a fat ass. I end up eating fucking veggie burgers at 2 a.m. I could see my
Veggie
kids growing.
burgers. Come on, I don't
Yes.
believe that.
I eat veggie.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
dude, it doesn't matter what it is. It's the calories, dude. They're not low calorie.
Yeah.
Look at my breasts. Anyway, so he said he couldn't clip your streams.
I knew there was something wrong with Rich. Veggie burgers. What the heck?
For real.
because they were incoherent. That's what the person who's the other things about the retainer and stuff.
What?
Like, how can other people clip it if my yeah, okay, I'm stoned. How do all the other detractor channels clip it, Jay?
Because they're looking for stuff to make you look bad. He's trying to look for stuff to make you look good. The whole point of a detractor channel is to clip the bad parts of your stream. Does he not realize that? Like, yeah, guess what? The detractor channels are clipping you, but they're not the ones you want to be clipping. Obviously, they're only clipping the parts that make you look bad. That's the whole point of a detractor channel.
Hey, how do they do it easily in minutes? That's all I was asking you to do. I wasn't asking you to make my clips into Scorsese, you fucking moron.
Yeah, I would like to see clips of you fucking blasted out of your mind. That sounds hilarious.
Yeah, and he was.
Well, wait, not Rich. Jay said that he basically made like a funny compilation thing of like Rich being high. But Rich didn't want that. But now he's like, yeah, like, why didn't he do that? What?
He was like, I don't want to do it. If you ask me, like, who said, like, hey, I'm paying you. Could you do this since we're not really doing news stories because the industry's
Sounds like a contract would have benefited you.
Yeah, it would have. Mistakes have been made, Wings, and lessons have been learned. Yeah.
Actually, if you be honest with you, Rich, I know I've been picking on you. If you would have just said to him, I'm paying you for this month, and after that, it's done. I'm going to pay the full retainer, and that's it. The one you gave your word on. This guy doesn't have a leg to stand on.
And Tommy's right on that.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy's right on it.
And Tommy knows about dealing with people with only one leg to stand on to begin with. So
well, true,
he would
true. I think, but like again, the issue is that I think a lot of the initial issue is it seems like Rich wanted to do like a video where it's like, guess what, guys, we're clearing the air. We're good guys. You know, we're good. Jay thinks I'm a good guy again. It seems like he wanted Seems like he wanted that to happen, but like in reality, it should have just been like, "Hey, we worked things out," and like not done a video because it seems like they tried to make up twice now, and the two times that they've made up, it was always we're going to be working on a video about this.
They were going to do a stream together at some point.
Yeah, some people screen record on their phone for clipping. Then you have people who do it more professionally. It's only the word I can think of. Rich is boring, and content has been crap for 2 years. Yeah, Jay's cool, but boring. Oh my god. Yeah, he should have just handled this right from the start, and then it just went off the rails. Yeah. This is heavily mismanaged on both of their ends.
True. Listen, man. And look, we had that debate. Here's the other thing too. A lot of people said this. Why did you just cut him off? I forgot about this part. I didn't write it down in the notes, so I didn't forget anything. Other times where I was like, Jay, at the end of the month, we're gonna go. You know, I need to do my own thing. It's been like 3 times. He's literally begged to come back. You know what he did this time? Even after he said he was going to expose me, I went for a walk. and I see he's like, "Hey man, I'll just take over the main channel." What?
He's gonna pull a Pescator.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You want to buy it? If the number is right, maybe I'll go off and stream and fucking do what? He's like, no, I can't afford it. I'll just take it over. No.
What?
No.
What does he hope to accomplish with that? That never works selling a channel because like people are there for you, not him.
It was so weird, man. It was so weird. And the thing is, again, the payment dispute, if he didn't threaten me, it would have worked out behind the scenes.
Would it have? Because you were pretty set in not paying him because you justified it with the PC. So which is it? Would it? You're saying now? Oh, if only he didn't do this. If only he didn't do this. This all would have been good. Nothing bad would have happened. But like you were pretty like you can't deny, Rich, that you weren't going to pay him. But now suddenly that it's Jay's fault that he didn't get paid initially? What?
Yeah.
Somehow. Like, it's not the first payment dispute on the channel.
Well, I got a question, Rich. What was the blackmail going to be?
I don't know. I don't have dude, I'm a pretty boring fucking guy.
But like,
I don't know.
I've only heard hearsay, and I don't want to throw it out there because it's hearsay.
Say it. I don't care.
I think he wanted to call you a pillhead.
A pill? You wanted to call me a pillhead? No, I'm not a pillhead.
Yeah, like you're on pain pills and stuff. Like you.
I take something at night for sleep. That's it. That's all I take.
I take a shitload of pain pills.
I don't have
that affect me.
But look, Rich. At the end of the day, this drama's done and over with on your channel. Or
done.
Still, okay.
I am. This is why I'm here. Okay.
Yep.
Well, like this is it's. I am going to say to people, please refer to this, whatever episode this is. That's it. Like, I don't want to talk about him anymore. I don't want to, like, I'm done. Like, yeah, I know I've went back and forth.
Okay, who wants to bet?
So,
go ahead.
So Rich is allowed to go on a podcast of his choosing and say, this is my statement, and refer to it in future, but Jay's not. Or is it because we're not big enough to like?
Yeah.
I still don't get his issue with us. What did we do?
We interview Jay and let him speak his mind. That's the issue.
You know who we should get next? We should get DSP.
Oh yeah. DSP is definitely going to agree to come on. Totally. But no.
Marty, are you shaking that pill bottle?
Sweet. Back in the Ethan Ralph days. But no, yeah. Like that's the funny thing. Essentially both him and Jay have done the same thing. They've gone to podcast where the viewership is lower than their own, and they've talked about their issues. And then they said Jay's going to point to his interview with us, and Rich is going to point to the interview that they did on Lolcow Live.
But since Rich refuses to name our podcast, that audience doesn't get the other half of the context.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's not that hard to find it in the search results.
No, but we want the view. Yeah, we want the views, though. We want that sweet viewage.
We do. The sweet, sweet content, the sweet subscription. By the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, too, like we mentioned earlier, memberships are just 99 cents. And with these memberships, you get a shout out at the end of every stream, exclusive members-only live streams, and you get members-only pre-shows. Pidgey for 2, are we hollering or are we fixing to holler? Oh my god, I love how Medicare said, are you fixing to holler? Are you fixing to holler, boy?
Out of anger because he's played this sympathy card, which is ridiculous, especially.
Well, aren't you trying to pay the sympathy card too? Like, you're both trying to pay the sympathy card. You're both trying to exploit this for views. You're both trying to turn the drama in your favor while trying to claim that you're not for the drama.
the money issues was resolved very early on.
Yeah.
Okay. So
well,
I'm done.
Jay.
Yeah, the money issue was solved, but then you egged it further on by like instigating like messages, and like we can talk about the severity of like how harsh those messages were, but also too, it probably was in your best interest just to leave it alone and just like leave everything how it was.
Where is she coming from?
Yeah.
Birdman for
Don't-
subscribing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, don't kick up the dust if you don't want to breathe it in.
No, yeah. Rich actively wanted a one-on-one debate, though, and Jay dodged it. Rich wouldn't have had dodged an interview on your pod if you had asked him. Well, that's good. That's good to know. But here's the thing, right? Again, we've already initially said this. The interview with Jay was not planned. It was not all. It wasn't like Locale Live where they would talk to Rich and they planned it out. No. Full transparency. On that show, we were going to make fun of both of them. Right? We were going to make fun of both of them. And that's just how the show was going to go. It was going to be like a normal nerdy live episode. If I had open DMs with Rich, I guess I could have added him on Twitter, but he seems to like ignore those a lot. I'm not saying he should have answered those, by the way, but I'm just saying, like, and I've tried to reach out. What was it? Apparently last night he wanted me on the live stream, and I was in chat saying like, "Hey, you know, just send me a DM or something," and I also was adding him on Twitter, being like, "Hey, here's my explanation for things." To my knowledge, he ignored it. So, I have had attempted.
You didn't message Matt. Matt would have told Tommy. Tommy would have brought it up on stream.
No. This wasn't during Locale Live. This was during Rich's stream.
Oh, okay. During Rich's stream.
Rich did like a victory lap stream. But yeah, I attempted to reach out. Rich either like was too busy, or he ignored it. I'm gonna guess the latter. He was like just didn't see it. Right. I'm not gonna put malice on that. But yeah, like I'm just saying, an attempt was made to get Rich's side of the story, or like at least have a conversation with him. It's not like I completely ignored it. You guys, okay? You see how clout hungry I am. You think I would deny having a 1 million sub YouTuber on this channel? You think I would deny that? No. Especially an infamous one. Oh, let me rake in those donos. you know.
Hey, Jay, get your ass here. Get your ass here. I want to hear Jay's point of view and all this.
Love for him to be here.
But the reason why I turned members off on chat is because when we needed a new editor, we had literally like 50, like over 100. I don't know why I said 50. Over 100 people trying to edit for this show. You should hire an editor, right? Bring it down, and then if you want to do high level shit, bring it up to 2,000, and then after a certain period of time, give them a raise, 2,500. You know.
And make sure there's a contract this time, and not just a verbal agreement. So that way, one or the other can say, "Oh, well, actually, like, you know, yo, we need Rich and Jay debate hosted by the Circle Jerk podcast this Sunday. Yeah. Invite Rich. He ain't scared. Okay. Someone clip this and send it to Rich. Rich, you are more than welcome to be on here. I don't know if you're up at this time. I don't know what.
By the sounds of it, not if he wakes up around the crack of noon.
Yeah, if Rich wants to be on right now, he is more than welcome to.
Yeah.
We're not going to deny a conversation with him.
Yeah, and but you know what the thing is? Yeah, for clips, I'm thinking about it, and again, I'll never do the thing where they're like a friend and a personality, but I like editing, man.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Shadowhunter, that is what we consider spam. Do it one more time. You're getting banned. Don't spam the chat. The chat's for everyone, not just you and your emojis. Go ahead, Rich. Sorry.
So, yeah, like for clips, I'll do that, but I enjoy the fuck out of editing, and I hope the project I have coming up, I'm not going to plug it here. I hope people see that I'm passionate about this shit. So.
No, plug it.
It's a retrospective on the industry and how it's fucked right now, and it's about 40 minutes long. And
is he gonna take a political?
He's
political
doing Gamergate 2 content.
Oh no! Oh god! Tipster's
He's turning into the quartering.
Tipster's gonna cover and be like, "Oh my god,
Tipster's gonna cover
a
it.
Nazi now." Just oh my god, Squatch saying justice for shadow humor. Shadow humor know what he did. He knew what he did.
Keem keeps calling him Shadow Hunter. This is not his name. Stop. Yeah. Keem is being Keem and can't read. So he just says words.
That's
and
part of
goes with
Keem's
it.
charm. That's part of Keem's charm.
ability tried to make it like as close
Industry
as I
as in like YouTube or like industry as like
gaming, how it's changed and how the industry right now is like in limbo, kind of like me. And it's fucked. And I kind of just go and I just went balls deep into it. So it's like 40 minutes long.
Because left-wing fucks like you took it over and ruined it.
You know what's really sad about the gaming industry is think about the games like
All right. Old video games good, new video games bad. Old video games good, new video games bad. That's a message there. It's Shadow Hunter. I renamed him ages ago. Oh my god. Rich is becoming Quantum TV, the quartering, the DSP, all in one. Rich is the quadruple quarter pounder. Oh my god.
That sounds like a nightmare blunt rotation, not gonna lie.
Oh god, yeah. It does.
Where is that now?
You got took over by algorithms and fucking like.
Well, you know,
questionable private video from Keem. It looked like he was bottomless.
Okay. That's about it for that. So, Rich did do a victory lap stream because he felt pretty confident after everything. It's about this clip here is about 16 minutes long. I don't know how much we'll watch of it. But here's this.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Apologies after it was done. I will answer questions about the situation today, but after that, there is nothing else that needs to be said. I will also say something else as well. If there are some people that I have disconnected with, that is my business and my business alone. One of the things I have done here too, and it is my own fault, is I have created some parasocial relationships. I need to stop doing that. I have no one to blame for that but myself. What was half-truths? If it was half true, what was half true if Jay could have been on? Tonight I'm going to talk about it. Oh, it feels great to be right. And there's a lot of people's egos here that won't let them hear anything different. They want to go with their narrative. And I also understand something too. Me employer, Jay employee, I laid him off. I've also been in the situation where I've been laid off. You empathize with him too. I understand that. Tonight I'm going to talk about it plenty. But after tonight, I will tell people to refer to that motherfucking podcast because everything was there to be said. So
much like how you can refer to our podcast for Jay's side of the story. Let's see. Twitter has been ceased on my phone, cleansed on my phone and PC. It's staying that way. I'm not knowing. All right. That mean, you know, if you need it that way, you need it that way.
Come sue me, Jay. Let's go. I'll use the publicity and I'll wipe my ass with the rest of your non-existent career. Oh, shit. A lot of you guys don't know. I probably should have waited to do this tomorrow night. They're probably chopping it up right now. Fuck. You don't understand. Oh, shit.
Yeah, because I think Rich just remembered that after Volcows does their lives, the streams themselves becomes members only. I think he just remembered that.
You don't understand what's going on. I was like, wait. Oh, no. I'm an idiot. That's why you don't understand. This isn't me just going hi-ya again, just throwing another one out there. I'm 42, and let me tell you something what happens, Barack Obama. I'm going to guess you're in your early 20s. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But here's the thing. If you think disputes between adults stop happening like when you're like 30 or 25... No, it gets worse. People actually get more petty than high school and more vitriolic than high school because it's not only emotions on the line, it's finances and pockets being lined that are on the line. So it gets worse. So if you're thinking that people are happy-go-lucky when they get older and shit like this doesn't happen, even when you work a normal 9 to 5, I hate to break it to you. As a man who used to work a real job and is now, according to people who hate me, unemployed, no, it gets worse as you get older because people want to steal from your pockets and will defame you and try to destroy you to benefit and put money in their pockets. That's adulthood. Enjoy. Do I have seltzer up here? I do not.
Okay, nothing really there. So, Watch, what are the final thoughts on this whole drama?
It's fucking stupid.
It was nice exploiting, though. It was nice exploiting. Apparently, his biggest whale donated $15K in a year. I mean, that's been good for Rich. I don't have anything to say about that. That's gonna be good for him. But guys, listen. When you're doing editing work for someone, and it's for like an actual profession, it's not just like a one-time thing. What you want to do is you want to make sure that contracts are lined, everything is clearly stated how it should be, and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I want to thank our members before we got off tonight. Thank you to Pigeon Salad and Seth for going further beyond and becoming Super Nerd 3s. That is the it's the $9.99 tier. And then we have Super Nerd 2s, the Ascended Super Nerds, which you can join for just $4.99. Is I Have Loved the Stars Fondly, The Gaming Witch, Iron Duck, Review Tech Mongolia, Trippy and Savage, Derek, Reese the Frog, Gospel of Lamp, Mysterious K, Beckett, Songbird, Squatchin, Nuclear Winter, Dracula Moon, Ninth, and Asmo. Thank you guys for being Super Nerd 2s. And finally, Super Nerd 1s, which you can join for just 99 cents, is Zalem, Black Sheep, Colossus, Stormula, King TL, Twilight Midna, John Bond Zombie, Mega Edits, Panic Pun, K Huck, Micken, McMuffin, Lady Nerd Artist, Chris the Narc, Spectre, Jessica Pizzle, Daniel J, Annie, Marble, D-Max, Mike the Bike, and P-Paul Riveter. Thank you guys for being members of this show. Squatchin, you got anything you would like to shout out real quick?
My Twitter, the YouTube, the Twitch.
Squatchin, you're blowing it, Squatchin.
What?
Says you're blowing it. Come on. You gotta put on that YouTuber voice and advertise.
I'm bad at this, okay?
Guys,
I'm new. I'm learning.
Here is Squatchin's Twitch channel, which you can watch.
It's my Twitch.
And then, if you want to find Squatchin on Twitter, her @is @Presnia if you want to commission her for some lovely art.
I do artworks. I do all the arts. I'm gonna try and go live today. I think Party and I are going to install some Overwatch, and I'm gonna play Overwatch for the first time in like 2 years.
Him lashing out at you for the J interview and calling you guys a Circle Jerk podcast is pretty lowbrow. Look, I take that as a victory lap, Sonny boy. I take that as a victory lap. I'm glad he's coping and seething about the show because I know he was watching, and it is hilarious. Again, though, Rich, and anyone can clip this how they want. I am more than willing to have a conversation with him in the future, but if he says he's done, like he claims he is, then, you know, we'll just go from there. Guys, tune in tomorrow, because we're going to be talking about Boogie versus Tipster in Willie Mac's video on Keffels. See you later, chat. Have a good one.
Bye.
This is a first-rate town, and all you ever notice are the ways it's stretched too far. Well, it has been knocked down, but some of us are still left here between the scars. And when you look around, all you ever notice is you cannot see the stars. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very far, can never leave, 'cause they'll all lit against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all lit against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all lit against me. You can never leave. Where did she come from? When the last door closed, you packed your clothes and went back to Montreal. Said it was colder there, a chill hangs in the air, it helps you forget it all. You left an empty bookshelf that I didn't fill till fall. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very far, can never leave, 'cause they'll roll it against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll roll it against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll roll it against me. You can never leave. Well, it will fade as all things must. I loved you, but you didn't love me enough. Winter comes, the car will rust. I'll start it up, then always run a little rough. This is a first-rate town, and all you ever notice are the ways it's stretched too far. They'll keep the death rates down, it's colder than a winter spent in defrosting cars. We talked a lot of leaving, didn't think you'd get that far. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very far.